Hi folks, back again with another video. This is the final folio folder within course content on our page. If you are indeed watching this the summer of 2020. So before I even went to the folio system, I wanted to show you this portfolio help guide because this is going to be absolutely essential, okay, to what you're doing here. You know, I'm going to show you some basic functionality, but quite frankly, what this folio help guide offers you is far and above my own knowledge of the system, and it's maintained and updated constantly by the folks that actually create and manage the folio system. Okay, so if we go here, it just gives you an idea. So this is the student guide, and it takes you point by point, you know, through how to go about creating a folio and how to add and how to enhance the complexity of it and so on. Okay, for example, getting started, it takes you through the basic steps. Now I'm going to show you some stuff myself that I want you to be abreast of, and some techniques and so forth. But as far as the nuances of creating your folio in terms of, you know, adding material, adding video, adding audio, changing your color scheme, doing all kinds of really nice stuff to, again, curate your material. Be very deliberate about how your material appears in the folio and so on, right? So I'll just X this out for a moment. Okay, so first thing that we need to do when we go about working on the folio is to create one to go into the folio system. So what you need to do, I'm going to go in through student services so that you can see how you all would enter into it. Okay, so here I am at student services. This should be a fairly familiar page to you all. Okay, if you have an issue getting into Digication, please contact what department is that? Education Technology. Okay, Education Technology, and let them know that you can't get into Digication, because if you can't, there was an issue with your enrollment. If you were enrolled last semester in a writing course, you should have no issue, whether or not you built a folio. Okay, for example, in my classes, we started out really privileging the folio, having the folio at the forefront of the class, but when we moved online in the middle of the semester, we mixed the folio for convenience sake, because we are, for the foreseeable future anyway, meaning at this point, meaning summer and fall, going to be online. We, you know, have reintroduced the folio as a portion of the course. So in any case, you'll see here Digication e-portfolio. So what you'll want to do is you want to click on that. Now, if you've never been in the system before, it's going to ask you a series of questions and so on, in terms of you know, getting you into this system. Now, this looks at the same time both unassuming and probably intimidating to a degree. What you're going to want to do is come over here to this blue X, click on it. All right, this is key. You want to create from scratch. You want to create from scratch. Okay? The reason being is that if you do student template, for example, you're going to end up having to cut more than you're going to end up adding. In other words, you don't want to be stuck with what's pre-generated in that template. You want to create from scratch. So, but the first thing you're going to do is title it. I would title it with your first name and last name and writing folio, writer's folio, something to that effect. I'm just going to put summer 2020, just because I've got tons of sample crap in here and I don't, Anyway, so we're just for convenience sake, whatever, we're going to hit create here. All right, so what we see here is we see a folio with absolutely nothing on it. Okay? All right. Again, unassuming, yet potentially intimidating. So, first thing that you want to do, come over here to the side. You want to go to settings. All right, under settings, you want to click edit. Now, I recommend private with an A&M San Antonio. Okay. Also, you want to come over here, click edit. Now you want to type my name in here. Okay? You want to type my name in here, and then my email address will come up and you will select it. Now, you want to make me an admin. Make me an admin, okay? And then, of course, it'll say, you want to save the settings. Yes, save the settings, okay? All right. Now, how do we go about doing stuff to this? So, it's also very important that you have your, that you don't have your browser set to anything above 100% as far as how big your screen is blown up, because if you have it bigger than that, some of these locks, for example, might not show up, and you really don't want that. And we'll get into all that here in a moment. Another thing is, in the past, the Folio system has been rather testy with certain browsers. I recommend Google Chrome. Okay, I recommend Google Chrome. If you're using a Mac, I would try it with Google Chrome. I would try it with Safari. It has not, in the past, had the best. I'm sorry. I would try it with Google Chrome and I would try it with Firefox before I would try it with Safari. It has not had the best of luck interacting with Safari in the past. They may have changed that. Because they're constantly making updates and so forth on this. Okay, but I would try with Google Chrome and try with Firefox before Safari. If you've got a PC, I would do Google Chrome or Firefox. I would not do Edge. Okay, because I don't think that Edge and Digication are necessarily compatible. Again, they may have made some advancements. I'm just speaking of my past work with this. So first thing we're going to do is we want to unlock this top lock here. Okay. And see, you can click this and it gives you customization options, right? So it will allow you to change the colors, do all kinds of stuff to that effect, and you can play with that. as you see fit, you can and again, the help page that I've already shown you that I have linked for you is going to give you a lot of option there. It's going to give you a lot of utility. Okay, if you go through some of those help videos and look at that. Okay, but for now, I want to take us to this. So think of this like you would a yeah, okay. That's what I thought that did. I just wanted to make sure. So think of this like you would a navigation bar, right? On a web page, so forth, right? Right now, you just have one page here. You just have one page. Now, and that's your home. Now to add content, let's say we're going to add some content here. Say you've written, for example, say you've written your introduction, overall introduction, or you have it on a video, say, okay? You're going to add content. Now, what I would do with this is I would do the upload file option. Please, and this is going to be I wouldn't do embed link. I would not do and I certainly would not do Google Drive. Now, you might ask me, and it's an intelligent question, right? Okay, why not Google Drive? You know, we got so much on Google Drive. My whole life's on Google Drive. I did Google Drive all the way through high school. Did Google Drive at work. Okay, the reason that you should not do Google Drive with the Folio system is the same reason that you should not do Google Drive with Blackboard. It's because the communication, okay, between Google and the Folio system, in my experience, and I've had a good bit of experience with this, is extremely problematic. For example, you might give your Folio permission to view a particular Google Doc and so on and so forth, but if your viewer, the person looking at your stuff, if that person doesn't have the permission to view that from their machine or their browser, whatever, they may not see it, right? So then what's the point? Okay, what I would do is the upload file option. So click this, and it's just, I mean, it's incredibly self-explanatory. You click what file you upload. If you've recorded a video, you can upload a video. If you have a Word document, etc. I'll just, for the sake of argument here, I'm just going to upload a Word document in here, or a PDF, maybe a small PDF. Let's see what we got. Something that's not copyrighted. A lot of this is copyrighted. Yeah. Well, in fact, most of this is. Bear with me here. All right, this is mine. This is mine, so it's not. Okay, say that I want to upload this. Say this is my, if I was uploading a document and I wanted to upload this, right? So let's click upload, and it's going to put it here. And what it'll do, it's going to take it, it'll take it a moment or two to, yeah, see, it's going to take it a moment or two to come into focus here. But what it did was it created this window that has your document. It maintains its formatting, etc. Okay, so say you like how that is at this point. What you would do is then go publish changes. Okay, do that, and then click here, and this is how it actually would look if somebody were to navigate to your page. Okay, go back to edit mode real quick. I'm actually going to trash this uh, I'm going to trash this because I don't want. Now, this is actually this is, I don't want people to have that document. So, but this is actually something important to illustrate here. So you can delete just about everything on this, right? So if you make a mistake, you can delete it. Now, it does tell you it cannot be undone. Okay. But you have to actually type in the word delete to delete something. So it really wants to make sure that you want to delete it. Right? Yes, delete it. Okay, so that's gone. And then you could put something else. Now, that's all well and good. So that's how you add stuff to pages, and you can add multiple modules to stuff. So like I could click on this down here, and I could put another box in. And again, if you look at those, take the time to look at those topics on that help folder, right? Just give yourself, an hour and a half a week to just immerse yourself into that, that help page, right? As well as whatever material that I may provide you. But honestly, that help page is so much better than what I'm communicating with you. I mean, I'm communicating with you course specific stuff, so that is valuable. But as far as helping you really just generate something beautiful for your folio, that help page is going to be your best option. Even if your breaks at work, I know you probably have better things to do on your breaks at work, but you spend 5 minutes just perusing through that help page, it's not going to hurt you. Okay, so moving on to more fun and exciting stuff. So again, let's unlock this. Now, if you click on this little chalkboard or writing board or whatever, it allows you to edit the navigation bar. And for all intents and purposes, what that does is it allows us to make an outline for our piece. Okay. So let's just play around with that and see what that means. So we could call this, we could actually divide. So there's a number of ways that you can, in fact, do this. Okay. You can organize your piece, your folio by project. For example, you could have annotated bibliography, you could have the report, you could have the argument, right, and organize it as such, and then have the various different parts of that fall underneath it and everything like that. Or you can organize it by type of writing. So if we were going to do it by type of writing, for example, we might have reflective, right. Let's do another page. My spelling is atrocious. I'm pretty sure that's misspelled, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Again, always go back and change stuff. Research. Apparently I did spell analytical right. So if I were to do it by the types of writing, okay, I could do it like this. Now, let's first of all, let's save this, and then these show up. And I can click on these pages, and then I have the same sort of thing. But that in and of itself, right? That's not, there's more. There's more that we could do here. So let's just see. So I want to go underneath reflective writing, okay? And I might say, first of all, I might change this to reflective writing. Okay, we'll leave it there, okay? Now here, I might call it example 1. I mean, and you would give it a better name, but so forth, right? Okay, and I would have that, and I could do the same for those others. Now, what I want to illustrate here, I'll show you. So, I save this. Now, under reflective writing, I have example 1. See, as I tear it out, show you here. As I tear it out, the pages then fall underneath. They drop under. So what you're doing is you're creating drop-down pages. Everything that is flush with home up here shows up on the navigation bar itself. This page drops underneath the reflective writing page. If I wanted to have something underneath there, I could put, I could drop another page down, okay? So what this is allowing you to do then is it's allowing you to choose, right, how your work is going to be received, okay? Incidentally, when you turn in your piece, right, and again, you want to make sure that you publish your changes, okay? Because if you don't publish your changes, nobody can see it, except for the people that you have as admin, which is why I'm asking you. Remember, I asked you to make me an admin, okay? Now, as far as changing the colors, adding various different things various different elements that make the folio yours, that you're going to get through playing with it, right? So, for example, right, when we click these dials here, or these cogs, we click these cogs, give us the option to play with the colors and so forth, and play, and add in pictures and that sort of thing, right? You can even there's a function for essentially a gallery, so you can basically have a slideshow. There's all kinds of different functions, but again, I really want to stress that you make use of that help page. So let me just show you that one more time. So if we go back to our Blackboard, right? Oh, I've already got it open. So we go back to our Blackboard. This, okay? I can't stress enough to you, right, how useful this page is. Okay. As far as making the folio yours, I would particularly stress the getting started, the adding modules and content, and uploading and managing files. Okay. And then, of course, style and customization. Again, give yourself. It's just like I told you. Just like I told you with the databases, right? The way that you become proficient, and a lot of you have expressed this in your reflections. The way that you become proficient with researching using the databases is by researching using the databases. It's trial and error, right? Same thing is true for the folio. It may only take you a couple hours to actually set up the folio itself. It's going to take you far longer, though, to become proficient in how to do that. So that is a matter of trial and error. But again, like I said in my last video, the mantra here is don't panic. You've got, in essence, 3.5 weeks or so to do this. This is not something that you should be losing sleep over. Okay. And again, I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to point you in the right direction, and so forth. Okay. Thank you very much.